being such a... You are the most insane. Y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up in a ditch somewhere. Like, that's crazy. Like, you are insane. But y'all, oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard to convince y'all, or at least give y'all a little bit of hope, and to hold out, give us a chance, like we can change. But this is absolutely ridiculous.
What's funny?
You're
that is kind of like, ooh. That's why I laughed. You took us to school. Let me perform it now. Like I said, you want your baby to be a stage show? That's on you. Keep performing. But if you're gonna be a mother.
Own people, dude. My 16-year-old just found out that his dad isn't his real dad anymore because of my bitter sister. She claims it's for his own good. But in what way is that for his own good? When I found out I was pregnant with my son, I made the logical choice to pick the father that made the most money. His real dad was working at McDonald's for like $8.25 an hour. I don't want that as a man. He was just one of my hoes, and that was that. And I got pregnant, and so I picked the richer dad.
One of my hoes? We're out here talking like that? What? Babe, these? He was just one of my hoes. This? I don't curse anymore, but she's about to make me curse. That is crazy. You have lost your mind. And you know what is so insane about these types of clips is that we justify it. You know what, girl? That's smart to do. You know, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. What do you mean choose which father? No, you chose which father when you opened your legs to that guy. No, like, what are you talking about? You are not a man. It doesn't work the same way. Oh my gosh. She said he was just one of my hoes. If I could go through a screen, I swear. I'm sweating. Oh my gosh.
Although the richer dad didn't take care of him and hasn't been around, he does pay child support, and he pays a lot, and it pays for a majority of my rent. Well, my sister never liked that, and I finally let her have my son thinking I could trust. And she tells my son and confides in him that his dad isn't his real dad. And now he went and found his real dad behind my back with my sister. And they're all trying to fight and get my son taken away from me. My son doesn't want to live in my house. We haven't talked in 3 days. I think it's the most miserable thing a person can ever do is ruin some shit like that.
You put me in such a... You are the most insane. Y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up in a ditch somewhere. Like, that's crazy. Like, you are insane. But y'all, oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard to convince y'all, or at least give y'all a little bit of hope, and to hold out, give us a chance, like we can change. But this is absolutely ridiculous. And I know that on the other side of things, how women work on TikTok, they have thousands and thousands of followers complaining about stuff, and have thousands and thousands of comments of women justifying whatever crazy thing like this, that it's okay. That where it is so scary to date these women. I get it. But as women, I'm trying, y'all. Like, as women, we gotta hold each other accountable. Like, good job, sister. Like, thank you, sister, for doing that. That he got to go meet his real dad now and truly have opportunity to fix that piece of him that's missing because you're so daggone crazy. That's so insane.
Uncomfortable situation.
I picked the right choice. Now who's going to pay my bills now? Because now they also told that the guy that's been on child support all these years, and he's trying to come after me and sue me for all the money he's been paying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
As he should.
I didn't do
30 years? All this time, you believe this young girl was your daughter?
Yes, ma'am. And I've been 4 to 5 years in jail, and it gets rough.
4 to 5 years in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
For unpaid child support.
Yes, ma'am.
For a young woman that calls you and then says, some family member told me you may not even be my biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
You actually have a court date tomorrow.
1:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Concerning the child support for this young woman that you're still behind on.
Yes, ma'am.
You could be thrown back.
I got to admit something. I'm the Jerry Springer, Maury generation, all that crud that we're watching, right? But I took it as that's not, there's no way that that's real.
That's the majority.
But
no, I'm not saying it's the majority. I'm saying that you thought that there was no way that there was
that was the majority.
Was happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. I wouldn't say the majority, but it's happening more often than not.
Yeah.
Right? That is saying
that would be majority, right?
No. It is happening more often than you think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
fine. Because I was watching those like, okay, this is like a small part of what, you know what I mean? Which it is, but I think that it's even more now.
I think it just got worse. Yeah. I think since it was not in check, it got worse.
Yeah.
And then the EBT community,
and if we're not careful, it's gonna keep getting that way, because what do? We look at these women and we allow it amongst women. Like, look, all the bullying and stuff like that, like in high school and all of that stuff, like, okay, like I understand that is not okay, but like there is a reasonable way to approach your friend that's supposed to be your friend and be like, hey, you know that you've lost your mind, right? Like this is crazy. Like, what are you doing? Do you really have any, because I love you, do you have any care about yourself and who you are and who you represent as? Like, you're raising a kid, for goodness sakes. Like, we have to, because we love each other as women, truly, men understand this. They're able to actually have friendship, not these fake competition ships where you don't talk about anything real, or when women around you that are really acting like this and behaving this way, you don't check them. That's crazy. Like, that's real friendship. Like, if you're able to do that.
In jail again for being behind, and yet you still don't know whether you're her biological father.
True. I don't know if I'm her dad or not.
Have you ever been arrested for anything else besides this child support issue?
Never, ma'am. Nothing.
Just getting behind in child support.
Yes, ma'am, that's it. It's the only time I've ever been in jail.
What were your revelations?
I counted back months. I was like, wait a minute. There's a month or two here that I wasn't even down there and she's supposed to be pregnant this time.
You started doing some math and you felt like it didn't add up.
Yes, ma'am.
You said, well, the window of conception would have been around this time, and
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
this may or may not be mine. As it pertains to the paternity of Ms. Brandy Lapine. Ms. Lapine, Mr. Richard Lapine is not your biological father.
After watching all this, I think it's safe to say there should be jail time for...
Yes, absolutely. Like, we have no consequences. We have no, like, I don't care about you having to pay the money back. Like, that's not enough. Because now we have overcorrection to do as a society. That I get it. Like it has to be an overcorrection at this point, because we are not holding our end of the bargain of things. We are ruining lives here. That man spent jail time that you took away. Who knows what he went through while in there? Like, how dare you? Like, you deserve to now pay for the jail time, at least the amount of time that he was in there. That's fair.
Be an example.
Yeah.
Like, set an example for other women. Yeah.
Yes, and it seems harsh and it seems crazy, but that's the level of where if you're not going to set consequences for yourself as an individual, that then we're going to have to do it for you. And that's what that is, out of love and respect for the kid that is brought into this world from it and everyone else around, because who's going to want to try to find relationship with any type of woman if this is the stuff that they have to worry about?
Child fraud. Let's take a look at how you guys feel about this. Someone said, paternity fraud needs to be a federal crime. Any woman that asks child support from someone she knows isn't the father should be 15 years in jail for her, no parole. Plus a year for each year of the child's age, stacking with multiple kids. The problem is that so many will choose to protect women, while the court system is fed lies, disguised as evidence to sentence the wrong person. Chance to have his own child and raise them.
You are not the father.
Bro.
You're so
sad.
I'm sorry,
She got a
Mr. G.
smirk.
Oh my.
That lady was smirking. Look at
And he spent so much time over that kid. That's so
the
annoying.
devil. Look at the devil.
I'm sorry, Mr. G.
Oh, my heart. That's so
The man
sad.
is crying actual tears of sadness, and the woman still has the audacity to say,
I told you so. Like, what kind of crap is that?
The father.
Bruh.
What's funny?
You're loud.
That is kind of like, ooh. That's why I laughed. You took us to school. Let me take you there. Now. Like I said, you want your baby to be a stage show? That's on you. Keep performing.
Let's
but if
meet
you're gonna be a
outside.
mother to a real
No, let's
human
take
being
this
and a
outside.
beautiful little girl,
Let's do it like how men do, because you're sitting out here acting like this. Let's do it how let's go outside. Let's fight over this, because this is crazy. Like, you need a beat down, like, for real. We have no consequences. If we don't know how to give consequences to ourselves for decisions that are this horrible, then we have to, as a community, as a collective, we have to have consequences. That is only because how can we keep functioning as a society like this? Like, no wonder the numbers of marriages are going down. Like, it's just like, this is literally a crap hole for my babies to grow up in. Like, how am I supposed to find anyone for my babies? Like, for my son, like, I have to worry about that, you know? But as woman to women, because I genuinely love you as women, that we have to tell each other these things. Like, we have to understand, oh man, there really is a problem. We can talk about men being the problem all live long day, but when it comes down to it, the reason why I'm up here is because all we can control is ourselves. All we can hold ourselves accountable for is ourselves, you know?
like that. Sometimes you just gotta say, like, you know what, ain't no shame in my game no more. I did what I did when I did it. And now I do need to think about who my child's father really is.
that woman doesn't even care about her daughter's feelings.
You
These are horrible.
are
babe.
not the father.
Horrible. I can't stand watching TV.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Benny.
I got cribs and playpens and toys, and I've done everything that I do, and
Ms. Bodine, do you know who Jermaine Jr.'s father is?
No, Your Honor. I didn't know that was going to come out like that.
Well, you may not have known.
Bro, you know what is so sick about this is that we can't do it on the other end. Like, you can't understand how that feels on the flip side because it doesn't work that way. That's not fair. Like, but imagine that. If it was you spending all that time and love and care and thinking it's your kid, like, babe, these are horrible.
But if it's not Mr. Benning, and it's not, do you know, keep track of, have an understanding, recollection, memory of the other people you were sleeping with during that time? Because you said
we
no.
were together during that time.
You said you don't have that. You don't know.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you need to sit down. You need to take a seat.
I wasn't ready for this, guys, when we started this video. I'm sorry.
I just don't understand how someone could do that to somebody. 18 months. It's a long time. It's a long time. He's still my boy.
See,
You don't
and
have
think
to see the
about-
pain in this man.
Think about the benevolence of these men where they're still like, oh, but I still want that to be my kid so badly. Think about that. That's how God created men to be, is that once they have something that's theirs, that they think is theirs, that then they can't even help but want to do everything for that kid. Like, so much so that where they're like, dude, even though I found out it's not my kid, I can't just stop that connection. Like, we may take all the credit for it of the connection and this and that because it's grown in our tummies. But dude, the connection that the men feel with children when they give all the love and care to it, when they believe it's theirs, that is just as a connection. That's completely wrong. Like, and again, I think that there really should be, like, how do we make it happen, gentlemen? I don't know how to do this, but how do we make it happen where they pay for that? Genuinely, I don't know how to do it. So let me know in the comments how to get that ball rolling, because this is insane to watch. I wasn't ready. My husband didn't tell me any of this, so I'm very ugly crying on this in front of all of you, but I don't care. Like, it's just so tragic. I can't believe this.
It just give you a little more to fight for. Yeah.
40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call
and
Maury.
It's usually
Make DNA testing
it's two
mandatory.
two scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA.
It's MDR. Anybody out there watch MDR? I love this thing.
40%? Y'all, I didn't know this information. 40? Oh my God.
He said 40%.
Somebody call
and
Maury.
It's usually
Make DNA testing
it's
mandatory.
It's two scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on the deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type. There's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out because of medical reasons. You mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. We see it on we see it on paternity court, but yet we say men need to
mandatory.
I get it. I know why women are doing this now. I just registered it. Is that, well, I know what it is because if you hold somebody accountable for their mess, you then have to hold yourself accountable for your mess. That's why this is this bad. But so what? Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to take accountability. Like, you gotta, at some point, like, your mess, those choices you made, you gotta deal with it. That's the only way that you can grow, that you can become a better person. This whole that women are better than men thing, at this rate, I cannot unsee the facts of where the state is at, because I couldn't even, while becoming red-pilled, okay, I fought it a little bit, like, about men, but the facts are so crazy. But this is even crazier. Like, it's even more that, okay, as women, we are so messed up and not understanding how messed up we are. We don't know these numbers, but we also don't want anyone to know these numbers. Does that make sense? Like, we don't want anyone to know these numbers, because then we have to be open about what we did wrong. And that's what this all stems from. Nobody wants to take accountability and be open about mistakes that they made. That is sick. That is straight up the devil. Like, this one wrecked me, y'all. So I love you guys and can't wait to see you in the next one.